This is Void, and welcome back to the VOIDNEXUS channel. Today I'm going to dive into the fascinating story of Zed, the Master of Shadows, a thrilling assassin to face in the mid lane. I hate going up against a Zed. He always keeps me on my toes. But enough of that, let's get into it. Zed, the Master of Shadows, beneath the veil of harmony and inner ear lies the tales of those left behind. For Zed, the tale began on the cold steps of the Kinkou Order's home. Taken in by the Grand Master Kusho himself, Zed found his place within the ancient walls of the temple. He dedicated himself to understanding the spiritual doctrines of the Kinkou, quickly surpassing his peers in both combat and studies. Yet, he always felt overshadowed by Shen, the son of his master. Though Zed demonstrated his passion with every skillful strike, he lacked Shen's emotional control. Despite this, the two students were like brothers. One day, they joined their master on a journey to find the dreaded Golden Demon. When they finally captured the feared monster, they discovered he was just a man named Kadajin. Young Zed lunged with his blades drawn, but Kusho stopped him, ordering Jin to be taken as a prisoner. Back at the temple, Zed's heart swelled with resentment, and he began to struggle with his studies. Memories of Jin's horrific crimes haunted him, and the growing tensions between Ionia and the imperialistic forces of Noxus only fueled his disillusionment. While Shen embraced his father's teachings of detachment, Zed refused to let lofty notions of balance prevent him from combating evil. He ventured into the temple's deep catacombs, and there he found a box, black and ornate. Despite knowing only the Order's masters were permitted to open it, he peeked inside. Shadows enveloped Zed's mind, fueling his bitterness with disdain for the weak and hinting at a dark, ancient magic. Upon returning to the temple's light, Zed came face to face with Grandmaster Kusho. Zed demanded that the Kinkou respond to the Noxian invaders with all the resources they had at their disposal. But when Kusho refused, Zed turned his back on the order that had free from the Kinkou doctrine. He recruited a retinue of warriors to resist Noxus. Any living soul that threatened his homeland or refused to defend it was marked for merciless death, including the native Vastaya who hesitated to consolidate an alliance. Urged his followers to embody the fervor of war, but soon realized his skills would never match his ambitions without the black box. Gathering his new disciples, he returned to the Kinkou temple, where he was greeted by Kusho. The elder laid down his weapons at Zed's feet, imploring the former pupil to relinquish the shadows and follow a more balanced path. Moments later, Zed reappeared on the temple stairs. In one hand he held the box, and in the other, a blade stained with freshly spilled blood. The Kinkou, taken aback, crumbled before Zed's warriors' attacks. He then seized total control of the temple, establishing his Order of Shadows and introducing his disciples to the ways of darkness. They adorned their bodies with morbid tattoos, learning to fight alongside darker versions of themselves. Doi took advantage of the ongoing war against Noxus and the suffering it brought to the people of Ionia. After the massacre near the Epul River, he found Kane, a young Noxian soldier carrying nothing but a scythe. Z saw that the boy was a weapon waiting to be polished and took him in as a pupil. In that young acolyte, he saw a purity of purpose similar to his own. In Kane, Zed saw the future of the Order of Shadows, though he did not reconcile with Shen or the remaining Kinkou. Now scattered across the provinces, they reached an uneasy agreement after the war. Zed knew what he had done was irreversible. In recent years, it had become clear that the balance of the First Lands had been altered, perhaps forever. For Zed, spiritual harmony leads to nothing, and he will do whatever it takes to see Ionia triumph. Hope you enjoyed this story. That's just a glimpse into Zed's story. If you liked it, please subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, and like the video. Also, let me know in the comments if you want me to bring the story of any other champion. Until next time,